something outpaced the stars over Mars. In October 2025, a streak of light cut across the Martian sky, faster than anything the red planet had ever seen. 60 kilometers per second. Silent. Precise. Intentional. For only a few seconds, NASA's Perseverance rover captured it before its night sky cameras went offline. Then, without warning, every orbiter observing the mysterious interstellar object known as 3 Atlas stopped transmitting raw data. The silence was immediate and deliberate. When leaked images surfaced showing a faint emerald flash above the Martian horizon, the world froze. No comet should move like that. No ordinary object should glow without a trace of water or carbon vapor. Something had happened in those missing frames, something no one at NASA, ESA, or even the James Webb Space Telescope was ready to explain. And what came next would rewrite everything we thought we knew about visitors between the stars. It started with an amateur astronomer named Stephen Burns. Using public image archives from Perseverance, he created a 9-minute time lapse that revealed a razor-thin streak slicing across Mars' sky. It moved at 60 kilometers per second, too fast for any known meteor. Its trajectory matched exactly with the predicted course of 3 Atlas during its closest pass. Within hours, the footage exploded across the internet. Some called it a glitch. Others saw proof of something artificial. But one detail refused to vanish. A perfect green flash, captured at exactly 00:003 UTC, too bright, too sharp, too synchronized to be an error. The debate fractured science itself. Was it chemical emission? A cosmic ray? Or something deliberate? Something moving through the Martian night? And why, at that exact moment, did every official data channel fall silent? Normally, Mars orbiter data floods public servers within days. But this time, nothing came. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The Trace Gas Orbiter. Mars Express. Each confirmed to have observed the event. Each went completely dark. Inside JPL, imaging teams worked under lockdown. They checked every pixel by hand. But leaked internal documents told another story, that several instruments recorded faint companion objects near 3 Atlas. Objects moving in perfect synchronization. The geometry was too clean to be random. Some engineers called them debris. Others whispered another word, probes. When partial spectra finally arrived on Earth, the data deepened the mystery. A comet's green glow normally means dicarbon, C2 molecules excited by sunlight. But this wasn't that. Instead, the readings showed nickel, cyanogen, and carbon dioxide, a mix no natural comet should produce. Even stranger, the ratio of nickel to iron was reversed, nickel dominating by an order of magnitude. No known formation model fit. The glow behaved like burning carbon, but there was no carbon at all. Unless, the light itself wasn't chemical. Unless it was a signal, disguised as illumination. Then came the images that shattered astronomy. Mars Express and the Trace Gas Orbiter both recorded something impossible. A jet of material not streaming away from the sun, but toward it. A forward jet. The plume was narrow, perfectly symmetrical, and bright beyond expectation. Yet the comet's orbit never changed. Its trajectory remained gravitationally flawless, as though it was propelling itself, not being pushed. Calculations placed its mass near 10 billion tons, dense as metal, stable as an engineered craft. The word, natural, no longer fit. What if 3 Atlas wasn't burning away, but activating? As the object passed behind Mars, the Deep Space Network began to hear something, a faint, repeating pulse buried in the static. Every 22 seconds, a rhythm echoed across multiple frequencies. too organized to be random. The tone mirrored the object's orbital period, as though it were aware of its own motion. Then, suddenly, the hum stopped. That was when the James Webb Space Telescope, waiting far beyond the Moon at Lagrange Point 2, turned its golden mirrors toward the coordinates where the pulses had vanished. What Webb saw changed everything. The infrared images showed not one heat source, but three. A central body, flanked by two cooler companions. Each moved in exact formation, adjusting with Mars' magnetic field like a synchronized dance. Between them stretched faint arcs of ionized material, filaments that flickered like electric current. In visible light, they glowed faintly green. In infrared, they pulsed red-hot every 22 seconds, the same rhythm found in the radio data. This wasn't a comet. It was an arrangement. A mechanism. Something designed. Spectroscopy confirmed metallic vapor, pure nickel, laced with cobalt and an unidentified compound producing evenly spaced emission peaks, like harmonics from a resonating machine. The brightness pattern wasn't random. It was modulated, like encoded data. Weeks later, the companions drifted apart, aligning themselves along the solar plane. For hours, they formed a perfect line linking Mars, the Sun, and their own trajectory, then vanished. Soon after, the object's green glow narrowed into a beam pointing directly toward the Sun. Solar interference spiked. Transmission ceased. Silence. For the first time, the cosmos went dark. A day later, the Webb telescope picked up a faint infrared flare. At first, it looked like a solar echo. Then it stabilized, steady, repeating, precise. 3 Atlas had survived its solar pass, but it was different now. It was brighter. And its energy output exceeded anything it received. The spectrum shifted again, this time, layered with frequencies eerily familiar. When engineers overlapped them with Earth's early radio transmissions, they matched. It was as if the object had heard us, and was now answering back. Across the globe, radio telescopes detected disturbances at 1420 MHz, the hydrogen line, the same frequency used in humanity's first cosmic broadcasts. The signal repeated in binary spirals, mapping its own trajectory through the solar system. It wasn't random noise. It was a recording, a log of its journey. Soon, the object's light became polarized, bending photons as though forming a magnetic lattice. Beams of green aurora began appearing in Earth's skies, even at the equator, pulsing every 24 seconds. Air traffic, communications, satellites, all flickered in rhythm with the pulse. Every sensor, every signal, every clock on Earth, began to synchronize. The hum was no longer in the sky. It was in the planet. Then, Webb detected a luminous triangle connecting 3 points, 3 Atlas, Mars, and Earth. A network of charged filaments linking the worlds together. Its geometry matched the coordinates of a famous anomaly from decades earlier, the "wow" signal of 1977. When overlaid, the match was perfect within a single degree. The object hadn't wandered randomly through space. It had followed a path, a corridor we once unknowingly signaled toward. Energy levels climbed. The pulse fragmented, harmonics merging into a single resonant tone. Auroras flared white, then vanished. 3 Atlas dimmed, fading into black, not destroyed, but transformed. Infrared instruments showed only a sphere of absence, a gravitational lens where light collapsed inward. It wasn't reflecting anymore. It was absorbing. Then, at midnight UTC, every sensor on Earth detected a surge, not from the sky, but from beneath the crust. Seismic monitors trembled in unison. Underground reflections hinted at massive, geometric densities pulsing deep below. For the first time, the signal wasn't arriving from space. It was answering from within. Webb's final image before overload showed an expanding halo folding inward like a mirror. Inside that void, patterns appeared, a replay of every broadcast humanity had ever sent into the stars. Every message, every word, every song, woven into a single returning pulse. Then, silence. A silence with shape. Cosmic radiation flattened. The random hiss of the universe fell still, as though reality itself were listening. And just before Webb went blind, the halo twisted into one last unmistakable symbol, a spiral. The same spiral etched into the geometry of planets, into ancient stones on Earth, into the fabric of life itself. What followed wasn't destruction. It was reflection. A wave of invisible light echoing through the solar system, and then, nothing. No trail. No dust. No proof. Only a pulse that remains. Every 24 seconds. Still here. Still waiting.